Testing, testing. I don't know if it works. If anybody shows up, we
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
If anybody's here, please let me know if you can hear me. I'm too lazy to go check on my computer because I'm already in bed. I don't feel good at all.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I'll be right back. I am in bed, man. Can you hear me? I fucking slept a bit. I didn't sleep, I was laid down really, but I don't feel good at all, dude. Oh, fuck.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Cool. Yeah, I got it hooked up. I just stepped away. No, this ain't allergies, man. I wish it was fucking allergies. If it's allergies, then it's fucking worse than I've ever had, because I was throwing up and fucking sneezing, and it was horrible. Is that a deer?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
You can also change the signal in the PS4 share so it gets rid of frame. It doesn't clog you up your game screen. That's cool. And you can't re-chat though. You gotta be able to re-chat.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Spooky house.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
Let me out. Can't go out. Shit. I feel like there's something in here I'm supposed to find.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Okay, we're in the creepy house. What's over here?
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
It's Edith, Edie, Dawn, and Lewis are the people. I don't know if, man, I wish there was a way to set up my donation trackers and follow trackers and shit like that on PS4. Let's see. Set up Streamlabs PS4. Whatever. So that didn't work. I'll just keep Streamlabs open on my phone. Do that. That's probably better. Log in with Twitch. For fuck's sake, dude, really? Hold on. Let's see, resubs from Eben268 and a sub from 2bit Nate. Appreciate you both. Thank you very much, guys. And a follow from 2bit Nate. Thank you. What's this? Oh shit, someone here.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
I missed something. Did I?
Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Cat Molly. The 18 viewers? What's up, guys? How y'all doing, man?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Just exploring. 2bit Nate LUL. What's up, man? The key won't fit. Do the right thing, man. Do the right thing.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
What's in here? Check. Oh my god. Is there anything? Hello? Nothing. Okay.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
So something happened here.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Look at that pamphlet with that old person on it. Can I zoom in on that? Somebody's grandma is in this game forever. Fucking lol. She's like, oh, look at me. I'm going to a retirement home. I'm so happy. And that's not true. What the fuck is over here? Dude, I really want to feel better. This fucking sucks. I was already here? I was already here. Fuck, where'd I go? Okay, I came through there. Seeing game history now, pretty much. Never played this game though, so and it's free on Steam or on PS Network right now, PS Plus, whatever. I don't know the terms yet. I'm new to this PlayStation life. Feels naked not having my trackers and stuff like that, but it's cool, I guess. I don't know where to go. Over here. Oh, it's a purely a water pure thing. Where the hell do I go? Is there any way? That's okay. I was here in the fridge area. Let's go over here. Oh, stairs. Okay, cool. Did you see some? Oh, okay. It's okay. We don't need to just see you naked. No, not me naked. What's this? Already did this. It's creepy. Oh, can I ride this? Yo, can I ride this, please? Hello? The moderator got you? Oh, no, that's just an announcement. If you see something funny, you
After
can use
Milton
Alt X to
disappeared,
clip stuff.
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Mom
Then
sealed
Edie
up.
retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Okay. So Edie drew peepholes. I think I'm gonna go this way, because it's what it looks like to go. Is there a hole here? Nothing there. Anything to look at? Can't go in any of these rooms. Okay, let's go this way.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara. Oh yeah, dude, Gorgat good with the sub. The sub emote. My thumbs up. Oh, here's something.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
This dude's name is Odin. That dude looks cool as fuck. Yo, check out that fucking beard. Them chops though, dude. What is this? The whole...
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Oh, rip. That sucks, Barbara. I should do that, dude. I don't think my hair would ever grow like that. It's like special genes you gotta have. And I don't have that many, like, cool genes. I just have, like, just regular genes. What's up here? What the fuck's going on? Where am I? Nothing there. Oh, stairs. Okay. Yo, what's up?
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Jesus Christ. Why is this lady locking everything? Goddamn, lady. Trying to get in places. Let's see if there's other stuff I can look at. Can I look in these? What's in here? Is that a wall? It's a wall. I gotta be able to look in this, right? I should look in this. Alright, cool.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Yeah, it's definitely not a thing. Sounds like you had a fucked up childhood. Calvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
What? Wait, what? He spent 7 years in a room with his dead brother? How's that possible? Shit would decay and, like, be dead. Okay, I guess. Can I open any of these? No, I don't want to look back in Gregor's room. Fuck do I go? Let's go that way. Stinky. That's what I'm saying, man. Like all fucking old and shit. Maybe he didn't like actually. Oh shit! An open door. Hold up. What's in here?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Great Uncle Walter's
I think
got
my
a
mom
badass
sometimes
wall.
regretted not sealing it up.
That's why his name's Walter. His name's Walter because he's got a cool fucking wall. Get it? Walter? Damn. Yo, fucking Walter.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Open it. Yo, it opens. Okay.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, shit.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yo, can we go see Walter's room one more time? That was legit. Look at that. This dude has a shark painted on his wall.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh god. It's gonna be spooky, you already know it. It's a spooky game, isn't it?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
For fuck's sake. Alright, we got a checkpoint. Let's go over here.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly's room. M for Molly. It spells Molly. Never mind. Oh well.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay. The gerbil food?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, that's gross. She's like, eat a carrot, man. It's hard for a gerbil.
Mom, can I come out now?
Oh,
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
okay. Good, don't tell your son he can't have dinner. Don't lock kids
My
in
Halloween
rooms.
candy was all gone.
What's she gonna do? She has no food. Yo, can you eat the fish?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
His name's Christopher. The fish's name is Christopher. Alright, that's cool. You got me, game. Hello, Jessorama. Fuck. The starfish? Can I eat a starfish? It's not real starfish. What's over here? What do I do? Let me eat the fish. Hello. The whole gang is here. What's over here? She ate the gerbil food. She looked. Oh, what's in this room? Alright, here we go. Better room. Oh, it's a bathroom. Yo, she gonna eat
I
toothpaste or
kept
something?
eating and eating.
She's gonna eat fucking toothpaste. That's fucked up.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Can't eat those. They're not real berries. No, there's nothing in the toilet for her to eat fucking good. There's not even a tank on this toilet. What?
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
She's gonna eat a fucking bird.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Okay.
I reached out for her. And suddenly,
What the
I was
fuck?
a cat.
Yo, I'm a cat right now. Can I see myself? I'm a cat. Okay, I'm walking. Can I get the bird? Bitch ass bird. How do I get up there? Okay, I jumped. Come here,
I
bird.
tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
fuck do I do? Want a ladder? Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Figured it out. Alright, let's see that.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Huh. Okay, that sucks. Am I gonna die? Come here, bitch ass bird.
I jumped and I almost got her. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Now where to go? Where do I go? Jesus, what do I do? Somebody help. Alright, I've got to be able to go forward, so... Go up here, can I go up there? Okay, there you go. Alright, I'm on this tree block here. Alright. I'm up here now, okay. Alright, there's the bird. Bitch.
I gobbled her up,
Go, I fall.
and suddenly I was an owl. First,
She turned
all
into
I
an owl
heard
now.
was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Apparently I'm an owl now.
Rabbits.
Yeah, this game is really weird. Rabbits. Yo, got a rabbit. Oh, poor bunny rabbit.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through
What
my
the hell?
talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Fuck. Okay.
A mama rabbit.
Mama rabbit. Let's go after that. I got you. Got him again. Dude, I'm eating 2 rabbits?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What the fuck? I'm a shark in a tree! What do I do as a shark? In the woods, okay. Okay, I'm flopping around. Pressing the R button. I'm flopping around. Alright, I'm flopping. Alright, I'm getting off. Alright. It's a big ass shark. Oh, in the water?
I rolled off
in the
cliff
road.
and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
There we go.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
That thing's dead. I'm about to eat him.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I'm a snake.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
No, I'm a monster apparently. There's a dude up there.
I
Oh
was
shit.
big, but I moved real quiet.
That dude. I hate that guy. What's up, One Trick Glad? How you doing, man? Fucking guy.
Passenger, I was still hungry, and to cross the water I smelled something new, something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This game is fucking crazy, man. Toilet. Oh, I'm back in the house.
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
That creepy little girl had that dream.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Can't see me? No, you can't, because I'm on the PlayStation 4. And I'm laying in bed because I don't feel well.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
I saw a flash of something. I didn't like that. It was spooky.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Shark.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Only creepy houses have rooms in the attic. Run.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family
This isn't the attic
cemetery.
yet. I don't think we haven't been to the attic yet, if there is an attic.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
I mean, the house is already creepy as fuck to begin with. I mean, it's all locked doors and stuff.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
It's a weird ass door. You look in it? No? Door?
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
This is a horrible bathroom. What the hell? I also didn't like that
The only
door.
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
This is fucking crazy.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah, the big trace. It's fucking disgusting. What's this? Why is she standing on the toilet to get that early? Okay, so every book that has a lock, apparently this key opens.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
That's weird. Hey, wait. I'm pregnant. What? This is the first time I looked down. She's pregnant, right? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
That's clearly pregnant Billy. Weird. It's an alien. It's another creepy door. Oh look, a wall chart thing. What's over here? Okay, that's a weird thing to have in a bedroom.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My
Oh, the
brother
controls
said
are
he'd
cool.
die
I have
before
to
he ate
use
another mushroom.
up and down to
And
swing.
he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here.
Wait, am
But
I
I
about to
doubt it.
die?
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Kid did fly straight to
After
hell.
the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
This family's fucked up. They can't deal with shit. Just like, oh yeah, he died. Alright, I'll just rope off half his room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
What's over here? Oh, there's something here. That's pretty cool. That's a really cool trapdoor. That's what I'm saying, man. I need a fancy bookcase like that.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
That's what she said. What's in here? Wait. Same area. No, it's Barbara's ship. It's a booby bag. And a guitar. And that's a really fucking creepy thing over there.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Okay. It's creepy. Why would you have that poster in your room? Heyo. Boob sack.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
That's creepy.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better.
That scream.
I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
This is
Because
weird.
my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
Hey, what was there
Secret
before?
is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
There's a key. Oh shit. Nope. Why this music, man? Why?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh shit.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oof.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act
Bet you were a little
furious.
scared.
All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh, it's Hook, dude.
Barbara turned, saw the Hook Man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
She played her part beautifully.
Okay, I'm in here now. Good. You go out the window, baby?
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
So what did you do? I'm in here, I bet. Right here. There. What do I do?
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Right.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Thank you, Stay Hydrated Bot.
The Hook Man had vanished.
Of course he
She
missed.
listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh, shit.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
A real eerie tale. Because of fucking ear. Oh, I get it. Ear, and the ears on the back cover. Eerie. What up, Tom Meggio?
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to
The
be
number one
remembered,
fan,
as
Tom
absurd as that
Meggio.
comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
How old was she? 16? No. Yeah, 16. Okay, wow. Alright, cool. That's Barbara's room. Let's see where we go next. Anything else in here? "16, Craigasm." This dude.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Oh, let's go to the music box. That's right. Yeah, yeah. That was downstairs. I know where that was. Because the music box has a key. What's in here?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Here's the music box. Got the key. Now we're going to the creepy basement. There's our light switch. Nope, of course not. Power's out. House is creepy as fuck. Be Audi 5000. Yeah, same. No music this time. Exactly. Makes it much better. Last music was creepy. Alright, here's Sven.
Mom
Here's
said the basement was off limits. Unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Oh, because the dude rusty ass stuff. Let's see what we got going on here. Appreciate the views, by the way, people. Thank y'all for watching.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Carry your package into the basement.
I remember asking Mom once about where
Damn.
Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh shit, another note.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. If you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
You should just eat peach heads.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe you got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Who the hell eats peach heads like
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Okay, alright.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
He got hit by a fucking train.
Walter died when I was 6.
Sandra Calic 1, thank you for the follow. I
told me
appreciate
he was
that. Didn't notice it till now because I don't have my stuff. But Sandra Calic, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. My name is Meyer97VR. It is not VR.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
It just feels very VR because it's like, this game's just weird, man.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
What? Had an uncle living under the house.
I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Wait, what? Am I dead?
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Crazy. 1952. So that's what? 53? Wait, where did the train come from? What? Why was the train going? There's nothing there. There's a wall behind it. Oh. I don't know if I can clear what's going on. Climb these rocks. Can I climb these rocks?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
She's talking to the baby.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I don't know where to go. It's over here. How long am I planning on streaming today? Pretty invested in this game. We'll see how it goes. If it ends, it ends. But I've been live for about an hour and 15. I still feel like shit, so I mean, if I get, sick, I'm gonna stop. But I'll probably try to plan on finishing this game, depending how long it is. Doesn't seem very long. I have no way of telling, I guess.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, that's true. It's a little weird. Big true.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
That's pretty weird. Barbara was a star, so she's got a star. Molly, she's a cat angel. Calvin Finch is the moon because he had the astronaut thing. Sven's the dude that got cut. So this, what is this person? Walter Finch. Oh, because he walked out of the thing, the cave, and got hit by a train.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, the old house, right, that they sailed here with. Oh, there's like a telescope. Nice.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
Okay.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I found a janky ass ladder.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Oh, another fucking letter. All these people just died and left letters in this house? Come on, man. What kind of fucking bullshit is that? Oh, wait. Okay.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what? Come on already.
Where are you? Where the fuck are you? Like, you want me to take a picture, but I don't know where the fuck you are.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
Okay, really?
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Welcome back.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
I'm just taking pictures. I don't know what the fuck's supposed to
I
take
bet if I
pictures
could
of.
remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. Let's see. Maybe. Or was it? Could have been.
What am I doing? I'm just taking pictures.
You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Gotta take nudes? Yeah. I think I have to find the trail, yeah. Alright, somebody find me the trail. News talking about how the fuck do I... Oh, is that it? Dude, this is actually...
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Did I find it?
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad.
One sec, Don. Let me get a picture of you.
Take a picture of me.
If you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
Taking a selfie?
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh, shit. Fucking what? Okay.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Right, and what did we learn? It's normal, it's just twitching. Okay, open this.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
What's in here? And now
After
we're in
Sam
the
died,
creepy attic.
my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
That's a horrible doll. That's a picture, never mind. Oh, God.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Wait, what?
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh, a baby.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
a storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Guy's about to go out like Benjamin Franklin. What do you want me to do? Oh, weird.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
He's like, nah, bitch. Ain't about that. It's a janky ass kite. Gus has been cool so far.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid
Holy
that nature
shit.
might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh, yeah, it's about to happen.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
That's how he died.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Alright, so Gus is dead too. That's an ugly ass picture. I already went that way. Let's go back this way. It's over here.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
This chick's 22 months or 22 weeks pregnant. She's like climbing shit. Crazy.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Dad's name is Sanjay. Okay.
Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
It's like the weirdest fucking house I've ever seen, man.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Okay. Milton. Is he
After
alive?
Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Okay.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Okay.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Jisui Low. What's up, Sparkle 120717?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Have I gone up there? I haven't gone up there, have I?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
So the cannery? Do they just like find random shit and build a house with it? Like, what's going on?
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
San Juan Ale. Oh, letter.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it.
Weird.
He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
It's very difficult, man. Yeah, chopped fish.
But he took it very seriously.
And
I
just
had
made
hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Lewistopia.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. and he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery, but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Oh yeah, Rip Hand for sure.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
I would like a cheeseburger, but I'll probably throw it up. So it's good.
The queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows.
I wanted to get sinister snakes. Oh no.
He followed the sound of her
Silver heart. Let me go silver heart. No!
electric sitar.
Damn it. Oh, this is cool.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. Began to forget the world we know.
Does this whole game consist of throwing only fish, only the good parts? It's been a long,
I think it pained him to remember Lewis,
road.
the cannery worker.
Oh, there's Lewis.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Yo. Homeboy fucked up. Wait, why are all these fish here? What is he doing? Lewis, get your shit together, buddy. Gotta go that way. This dude's just going through the motions. Oh, there's a road here.
I still thought I could save him.
I don't
Even after he
understand.
said he was being crowned
This
king
factory.
over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
What's up, my dudes?
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Fool is on drugs. Well, he did say substance abuse.
There was only one
Yeah.
thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh, is that what? No way. Not his hand, his head? No. Wait, what?
And the rest I think
Oh,
you know.
fuck.
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Yo. Damn. Not his hand, huh?
My brother was really cool.
Is that game
I wish you could've
fun?
met him.
It's an interesting story. There's interesting gameplay and controls and stuff like that, but it's more of a story game. It was free, so. Oh look, there's his weed, his gaming computer. He has a neck beard. Fucking lol. So this dude has a neck beard. It's a fucking drugged out neck beard. Okay. Good story. 10 out of 10 story. Fuck, where do I go? I have the fucking kite. Hit the kite in the game! Oh, snap. Callbacks. What the fuck? Do I go in here? Oh, here's the stairs. Like it feels so official snipes. It feels very VR-ish.
On the way back
Like
from
I have
Lewis's
to move the
funeral,
control
my
sticks
mom
in a
told me
way
to start packing.
that, like,
She
I'm
waited
opening
until
doors.
the day before we left to tell Edie.
Okay. The day before we left, tell Edie. Okay.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Okay.
I wish we'd stayed.
What's in here?
But I understand why we left.
Do you have VR? I do not have VR because I am not rich. I know it'd be a good meme stream though, seeing me on VR.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Cool. Just have more
What
money.
happened that night
Exactly.
coming
Just
for a
have
long
more
time.
fucking money. I'd have more subscribers. I'd
Maybe you
have
should
more
come
money.
sooner.
If I had 10,000 subscribers, I'd have more money. Alright, a ladder. And I feel like
But
I'm
it
getting
had
to the
to
top of
end
the house,
one way or
so.
another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh shit.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
People
Until supper,
either
when
will
she raised her
subscribe.
glass
Shout
and
it
said,
from the rooftops.
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Hold on.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
The fuck do I get in there? Oh, there it is.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Oh shit.
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
the right way? The other way.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things.
Fucking deer?
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Okay.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Wow.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
I'm being born. That's a what the fuck? Game?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh boy. Oh shit. So she died when he gave birth. That's unfortunate. Look at that fucking weird ass house. Well. I mean, it was cool. It was an okay story. Really creepy and good story. But, I got it for free. I think for 2 hours and 18 minutes of gameplay, I'd be pretty pissed if I spent more than like $20 on this game. Would have liked better music? Yeah, I can agree with that. There's some okay stuff, but ultimately it was... I don't know, ultimately I think, you know, if this game cost more than $20, I would have been pissed if I bought it. Fucking 2 hours and 20 minutes of gameplay time. That's how long this stream's been live. So, that's the amount of time it took to play this game. That's cool, I guess. I mean, if it's a little $20 game, but... I gotta watch these entire credits, apparently. What y'all think? What did chat think? What did y'all think about this game? What do you think of the story, the gameplay? What do you guys think? Hey, the frog, cool. Storyline's great, but if they had put more effort into the music, like To the Moon, it would have been cooler. Gameplay looked kind of meh. The gameplay was interesting, because like, if I'm opening the book, I have to hold R2 and then move the right trigger stick to the left like I'm opening a book. That felt kind of cool. There were some things like that. All the times I was doing the fish stuff, I was moving my character on the left side with my left control stick and using R and the left and right left control, or the right control stick rather, to push the fish through. So I mean, it was interesting. It felt cool to play. It felt very VR. But this dude ate a lot of peaches. Millions of peaches, you might say. Huh. This is a game about death. It's interesting. It wasn't really creepy, it was just, or it wasn't scary, it was just weird. A little girl turned into a cat. Peaches are pretty good. They come from a can, they were put there by a man at a factory downtown. These are the people that tested this game. Oh, fuck. I know that's not what you meant, but I wanted to sing Presidents of the United States of America. It was a 5-year development process. Okay. That's not a big development team, so that's okay, I guess. That's cool, man. And then the end. That's cool. Thank you for the bless. Well, that's gonna do it for me. Depressing as fuck, I agree, man. Hold me. Yeah. Well, like I said, that was a bit depressing. Overall, the story I thought was pretty good. I'd give it a like I was saying. I don't know if you heard it till Mijo, but if I spent more than $20 on this game, I'd be pissed. It was free, so I'm not pissed. I enjoyed the story, but if somebody had to pay $60 for this game, fuck all that. You can do some toxic LOL gameplay, bro. I'm laying in my bed right now playing this game because I don't feel good at all. I left at midday at work and I work from home. Where's Josh? He was here earlier. I'm not sure. He stopped by and then he left. But had a lot of people stop by today. Still have some viewers hanging out, lurking. I'm fine with lurkers. But, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be done streaming for now since the game's over. I don't really want to start anything else up. Nice work, Works. Thank you very much. And thanks to everybody watching. If you like the content, slam that sub button. Be part of the Gorgathor. Appreciate it a lot if you do. And I will see you guys next time. I'm thinking about getting a capture card for this PS4, or perhaps just doing a stream from remote stream. But we'll see how it goes. This is my first stream from the PS4. But cool. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Y'all have a good night.